Welcome, guys, to episode 3 of the Pizza Palace. It is your boy, Robert Winstanley, of course, alongside my friend, Sean Murphy.
Hello, Robert. I'm so glad to be here.
Absolutely.
In my own apartment.
Exactly.
Didn't burn down.
It didn't burn. I forgot that was last episode.
So if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you need to because it's great.
Yeah, you need to skip to the ending of the last episode because, there was a fire alarm that went off right at the very end. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There's been a fire emergency reported in the building.
It's my favorite thing ever, especially because last episode we took entirely too long to get to any Pistons talk, and right as we finally did, the fire alarm goes off and interrupts you, and it's amazing. So.
I scolded you after. I was like, "We got to have a heart-to-heart. We can't wait that long to get to the Pistons again." Especially
on a show that is called the Pizza Palace, which is obviously basically the name of Little Caesars Arena. And
it's what we like to call the Little Caesars Arena.
It's what it should have been called, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, the Detroit Pistons, who are playing right now as we speak, they're playing the champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, who are missing basically everybody except
so they got
Giannis.
Yeah, they got Giannis. Mm-hmm. Middleton's out. Mm-hmm. Holiday's out. So this would be our best chance that we've had in a long time to beat them because, man, it's been a minute.
Hasn't it been like 18 straight games or something ridiculous?
It feels like it.
I think it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, like, really, at the end of the day, you're going to have a hard time beating a team when they have Giannis Antetokounmpo. But, hey, you know what? Good news because tonight, not only are they missing all those guys, but Cade Cunningham, no minutes restrictions.
Finally.
He is
I say
let
finally
loose.
Joking, too.
Yeah, let loose after a long, tumultuous week and a half that we've really had to endure. You know, now we're 2 weeks into the season, acting like he's coming off of an ACL injury because we are so unstable of a franchise and unstable of a fan base that when a guy sprains his ankle, it's like we got the news that he tore his Achilles and that he's never going to be the same again.
Well, then also it's like the second that he's even remotely healthy, he needs to play for at least the first 3 quarters without leaving. Like, he's not allowed to go on the bench until, like, the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Nope. He has to play 47 minutes a game.
Yes.
He has to also deliver pizzas during the game
Absolutely.
At the same time. Yeah, and Dwayne Casey, did you know he's supposed to make every single shot for us? Otherwise, he's fired as our coach.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't even play, but he has to go 100% from the field.
And also his players all have to look like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Otherwise, he's shitty at developing people.
Yeah, so shameless plug up here. I made a video making fun of Pistons fans earlier this week.
Yeah, because y'all are wildin'. Like,
I was
fairly
really
new
proud of
to
that
this fan base, as well as I'm new to basketball in general in a lot of ways. And y'all need to let's just settle down.
They were doing this last year too. That's the worst part. Is like
it's like the worst Pistons team in a long time.
Like literally last year, like we all went in knowing we were supposed to lose.
Right.
And then when we would lose against bad teams, we would get upset. And when we would win, win against good teams, we would get hype. It was like a really weird phenomenon where like we only wanted to lose certain games. And then we would get mad if they were trying to win games too. Like we literally couldn't ever choose like what we were specifically upset about.
This just sounds like Detroit sports fans in a nutshell.
Because that's the thing. It's like it literally just goes to, okay, well, what is the next thing to get pissed about? Because
pretty much.
Dude, I literally remember the night we got the number 1 pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was the best thing to happen to our franchise since we made the Eastern Conference Finals in like 2006, 2007. You know what I mean? Because we made it years in a row. That was a great day for our franchise.
Yes.
You know?
It was a long time ago.
So I kid you not, we all celebrated for 10 minutes getting the number 1 pick, understanding that we had Cade Cunningham.
Oh, by the way, also excited for the season that you bitched and moaned about the games that you won and lost and all of this kind of stuff. Apparently not realizing that the whole point was to get that pick that you got.
Right. But
so mission accomplished.
Yeah. So we celebrated, and then literally 5 minutes later, someone went, "We got to change out them uniforms, though. They're trash." Like, it was just like, which, listen, like, yeah, that's a fair conversation, but it's like,
I did not expect that was where you were going to go. I thought you were going to bring up the fact that it was everyone immediately decided on Cade, and any talk of picking anyone else was like, you're a traitor and you should never be allowed to be a fan of the Pistons ever again.
Oh, we already got through that. We already all signed the contract. We got our blood sample. You know what I mean? We did our blood sacrifice.
That's right.
We praised our Lord and Father Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
And our father, Richard Mahorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
William Lambier.
Absolutely. The coach of my Las Vegas Aces. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what he's known for.
Hi, Bishop. I'm sorry, but Sean's cat was all of a sudden just playing with my knee, and it was really weird.
He's not used to people with good knees, so he has to make the most of it when he gets the opportunity. Anyway, let's start the podcast.
But yeah, so I feel like though around that time though, for sure, I remember Pistons fans who had never probably watched a single Cade Cunningham game in their entire life suddenly had decided on him because they heard his name. And they were like, due diligence, we shouldn't do that. Fuck that. We should just
that was the other thing. Was
randomly jump into a guy like we've done every other time in the draft and fucked up and are famous for it, Darko.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like people were freaking out that because it was like, okay, obviously Cade was going to be the pick, right? Like I mean, like
pretty much.
Like even Tom Gore said, listen, we knew Cade was the one, but we would be stupid if we didn't do our due diligence.
Right.
So,
as any intelligent team should when they get the most important pick, you know, of their franchise's, foreseeable future at that point.
Well, and because here's the thing, what we've seen so far this season is the truth that all three of these guys can play, and they're all really good. So,
Well, 30% from the field, Jalen Green is not very good.
He's a rookie, man. It's his first 6 games.
I know, but I want to talk shit about him because he's talked shit about Detroit. So fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Now you get it.
Yeah. I'm on board with it.
We are currently losing a crisp 24-18 with 21 seconds and 21.9 seconds if you want to follow along the game with the podcast.
Yeah, as we're recording, the Pistons are currently playing the Bucks. Yeah. We are 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Josh Jackson is shooting his first free throw. He's shooting 41% from the field from the free throw line, and
it's good.
He made it.
So
So anyway,
our season's made. No,
playoff bound, baby.
It's one of those things to kind of transition into our next report, which is the Red Wings report. A lot of people questioned what the hell was Steve Yzerman doing having a pretty high draft pick a couple of years ago and picking Moritz Seider.
Right.
No one had ever heard of him seemingly, and there was a lot of sort of question marks and raised eyebrows and stuff like that. It was his first ever time drafting a player for the franchise after he became our general manager.
Right.
And by the way, he just became the rookie of the month. And before he was actually in the Red Wings uniform, he was just absolutely dominating in whatever league he was in Europe.
Right.
And ever since he's shown up on the Red Wings, I don't even think he's ever put on a Griffins uniform as far as I'm aware. And so he comes immediately to the big league, and he looks like a veteran. Well, not quite, but pretty damn, close. He just looks incredible. And so I think sometimes you just kind of have to let your GMs do their due diligence. And the fun thing is that typically their staff knows more than you, which is why they have their job.
Let's let them do their diligence, okay?
Let's let them do it.
Let's do that diligence, boys.
Just diddle that diligence, you know what I'm saying? But
listen, I was all on board, and then once we started talking about diddling some diligencies, that's when I was.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah, we were diddling some diligencies and didgery some do's. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are we? For those reasons, I'm out.
This is why the Pizza Palace is a great podcast, y'all. This is what you come here for.
This is why you got to subscribe.
This is why you're here. And if you're not here, somehow through telepathy, find out that this podcast exists and subscribe, you fuck.
Amen. That's actually our slogan. Subscribe, you fuck. Is that a new thing? Did we just describe that?
Subscribe, you fuck. Oh, that should definitely be on a t-shirt.
Oh, 100. like a total Italian pizza. I'm just picturing remember those those old Tony's Pizza.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm picturing him standing there with a pizza pie, and it just says the Pizza Palace. Subscribe, you fuck.
I love it. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, I just, GMs typically know what they're doing. Now, sometimes they fuck up and they darko you, but how many times have we seen Moritz Seider has worked out, and even Kristaps Porzingis? I mean, one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my entire life is the whole, blow up about we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. A hilarious quote.
Do I tell you?
But Kristaps ended up being pretty good for the franchise for a little bit there. Now the Knicks were gonna nick, and they completely fucked that whole thing up. And then he went to wherever the hell he is now, and I don't even think he matters anymore. Does he?
Should I tell you?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so he got traded to Dallas.
Okay.
And the whole premise was you build around. They traded for him Luka Doncic's rookie year.
Okay.
And so the whole premise was build around Luka, build around Kristaps, the duo of the future in Dallas. And Kristaps' first season came out, played really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did this really cool thing where he tore his ACL.
Okay.
Which was actually when he got traded to the Mavericks, but then he got another knee injury while he was there too. And so now he's been a shell of himself since that knee injury.
Nice.
He loves playing as a post player, except he's really bad as a post player.
Nice.
He should essentially never step inside the 3-point line if he wants to be an effective NBA player. And now the Mavericks really want to trade him.
So he sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, though, he didn't when he was on the Knicks, and it seemed like
He did not when he was on the Knicks. He was a heck of a player on the Knicks.
Well, and it was a really weird decision when they were just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's get rid of our star that we actually got really lucky and landed on. And I was like, what's happening?
Well, the weird thing is that, and I didn't expect this, but, it actually worked out really well for them in the long run because of the fact that, solely because of the fact that it opened up some cap space, and now with their new general manager.
Promptly used on nothing.
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
So they used it to get cap. The whole premise was to sign a ton of guys to short-term contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that it's actually kind of working, and they're actually really good, and they're 5-1, and they're one of the best.
That's
teams.
kind of the funny thing. A little bit, I have noticed. As much as I was just busting their balls about the fact that, Knicks fans were like, we have so much cap room, let's go get free agents, and then they just signed all the guys they already had.
Right.
Which is working out.
Well, and I mean, but the thing is that they made some sneaky good moves. You know what I mean? They were able to bring in a guy like Kemba Walker, who his stock was at an all-time low. But I mean, for him, he's really been able to come in.
Go Celtics.
Yeah, he's been able to come in and really prove his worth, and he's been tremendous for them. As my cat's just being an idiot all around us.
I just love Bishop. He's the best.
Yeah, he is the best. If you're watching, I'll flash a picture up here at some point.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
There he is, a kitty.
Kitty.
Please put up the dumbest picture you can find of him. Just the worst photo, so he's not cute at all.
I should just have it to where we're really just rubbing Danny DeVito's nipple. You know what I mean?
Just something horrifying.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna add some ambiance to
That's
it. That's
perfect. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, currently it is $29.22. But yeah, so essentially, it's super, super early in the season for the Detroit Pistons.
Yes.
And we will see how it goes. Now, guys, please recognize that this isn't quite a full tank season, like a Cade or bust type thing like it was last year. But it's pretty close.
It's pretty freaking close.
It's pretty fucking close.
It's pretty fucking close. Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. Are we going to get the first overall pick again? No.
Top 5, hopefully.
Top 5 would be cool. But the likelihood of getting back-to-back number 1 overall picks, the only way you get that kind of luck is if your name is the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
So
last year, Troy and I had a conversation right before the season starts, by the way. Troy and I are from Half Court every Tuesday. If you want a deeper basketball podcast, it's right there. If you want to keep dicking around, this is a great place to be. Troy and I, he asked me, what should I expect from the Pistons this year? Mm-hmm. And I looked at him and I said, Troy, we're going to be really bad, and it's going to be really fun.
So literally the same thing as last year.
Well,
they were really fun and really garbage.
What I'm saying is that's what I said going into last year.
Sorry.
So now going into this year, Troy's like, play in, and I said, Troy, we're going to be really bad, but we're going to be really fun. Well, and like the other thing too, and like, you know, I do.
Play-in would have been a lot more possible if the Bulls didn't suddenly become what they are.
Yeah, so I do want to make my point real quick.
Oh, yeah,
so,
go for it.
So I will say this. First of all, I don't think we've had an adequate look of what this team actually is yet, from the stance that Cade Cunningham is just now off of minute restrictions. That's a big thing. Mm-hmm. But also the other piece of it is, look at our schedule and tell me what game we are supposed to win. Like the only game of those games that we've lost, right, which were all against strong playoff teams.
Yep.
The only team that we've lost to so far that wasn't a playoff team last year was the Bulls, and they're sure as heck going to be a playoff team this year.
Oh yeah.
They're 5-1. They're really good.
Yeah.
So
they have turned out way better than I could have hoped.
Yeah. So the only game we really should have won was opening night, because we played really well.
Yes.
We were up for most of the game.
Yep.
And we outplayed them that game. Let's just call it the way it is. We played better than the Bulls that night.
Yep.
Zach LaVine took over. He got on fire. He ultimately saved him to win. But that's the thing, is that, you know, that's just how good the team is. The other thing, too, I talk about a little bit in the video, we're just not going to keep shooting this bad. You know what I mean? Like, I even just glanced over. We're 3 of 15 from the three right now. Like, we're 28% from the three this season. Listen, that's not going to continue. I'm just going to let you know that's not going to continue. So,
right.
You know, like, obviously there's just a lot of things we have to work out as far as rotations and getting guys involved, and like how we can just improve overall. But I think just to outright say that we're one thing or another right now is just not realistic. But also, here's the thing. This was kind of the plan all along. Mm-hmm. Like literally, they gave out shirts opening night that said "Restore."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Restore doesn't mean deep playoff run.
Yeah.
Restore is is the most positive way you can say rebuild.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know
also like we're at the beginning right now.
Exactly. Like getting Cade was like the first big step.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we keep accruing talent, and then once we see improvement over the next couple years, then we go and make a splash and get some veterans. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So we're still in the beginning of this, man. So let's have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy watching this team compete and enjoy watching them grow. Like, I mean, we get to watch Cade Cunningham versus Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. We get to see Cade play against the Nets this week. Like, even though, like, it's going to be brutal because there are going to be some ugly losses in there, it's going to be fun to watch, you know?
The thing that kills me the most, to be honest, is the fact that, like, I feel like the NBA offseason's really not that long, but I get it. You do get, you know, really excited and jittery once it shows up.
I also think it's probably the most, of all sports, it's probably the most intense of off seasons in sports,
for sure.
because of the fact that the NBA, there's never an off day. Like, there's really, like, when free agency happens, when the draft happens, when trades happen, like, the NBA off season is almost as action packed as the regular season in a different way.
Well, until all of a sudden you get to
until free agency's done, and then it's dead. But like,
and then you get to all those really shitty Bleacher Report posts that make me want to kill myself.
Dude,
if I see one more. If I see one more fucking jersey swap or whatever the fuck, I'm going to end it all.
Dude, like, there's always, like, you already know, like, what part of the off season it is, because, like, you can go on a calendar. It's like, oh, it's Bleacher Report in overtime posting Andre Drummond workout videos o'clock. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we're at that part of the offseason. Literally, it's like Andre's going deep in his bag.
Yeah,
he's like shooting threes, and I'm like, he's an NBA player. Of course he's shooting threes in the fucking offseason. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that he's adding that to his game for the next season. Like, shut up. Yeah,
he's playing against Gerard at YMCA. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so
they ate Krispy Kreme before they got there. Like, come on, man.
100%. I feel like, you know, kind of the point back to the Pistons, though, is the fact that it's like, so Sadiq Bey has clearly looked as good as he was last year and continuing to make improvements, which is great.
Yeah, he's been better. He's looked awesome.
Absolutely. And again, it's I what I was trying to bring up there is that basically, like, the offseason, I get it. You get all jittery and excited, especially when you get a new asset like Cade, and so you just can't wait to see how the team looks, and you want him to be good right away because you're excited, and also because the team's been really bad for like 2 decades, so it's like you want to see something cool, right?
Yeah.
But like jumping down Jeremy Grant's throat all of a sudden and being like furious that Cade hasn't played every single minute of every game up to this point, thinking that Killian Hayes is a fucking bust when he hasn't even played like a month's worth of games in the NBA. Like,
yeah,
it's just, it's so bizarre. And, you know, you have to realize too, it's like, we're in a really privileged position right now because nobody expected Sadiq Bey. No one expected Isaiah Stewart. Like, these guys were gems that came out of fucking nowhere in the draft last year.
And so is Jeremy Grant. That was
absolutely
a gamble. So like, I'm so glad you said that because like we have just been looking for people to blame, and it's been. There's 3 guys that have gotten just unjust hate out of all of it, right? So let's go down the list. So 1, Jeremy Grant, right?
Yep.
Jeremy Grant, for whatever reason, there was this expectation that he was supposed to be this next level.
Yeah, like he was gonna somehow be like Steph Curry this year.
But like, how much farther could he have gone up from last year? Because he was already a 20-something point a game scorer.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I was like, he's already like an all-star caliber kind of player. The way he was playing, he was second in MIP voting. Like, what was the expectation? And the other thing too is, like, here's the thing: last year, Jeremy Grant was a surprise.
Right.
He's not a surprise anymore.
Right.
So like, when he's getting game planned against, and when he didn't have, you know, guys like Cade Cunningham out there, which in his 1 game he's played so far, we've seen that he draws a lot of attention and people are planning for him because they're scared of Cade Cunningham because he's a good basketball player. So like, naturally, Jeremy, his best game of the season was his 1 game with Cade Cunningham.
Weird.
Yeah. And so and the other thing, the games that he struggled in, who was guarding him? Oh, I don't know. Kevin Durant. The Bulls, you know, the top 5
fucking
defense that
sauce.
is the Bulls. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, literally.
Weak.
Yeah. The Philadelphia 76ers, a strong defensive team. Like, what? Like, that's what gets me is, like, we're looking at this schedule and we're so upset that these guys are playing poorly. I'm like, what did you expect?
Well, it's unfair also to suddenly lobby all of these high expectations because of last year they surprised you in being better than you expected them to be. And now all of a sudden you're like, well, now they're fucking NBA All-Stars. It's like, well, let's hold on. Like, Jesus, they had 1 breakout season where they looked pretty decent, and breakout for a team that won like, what, 20 games? So like, Jesus, like, let's chill.
It's kind of like,
also, do you not watch a single other basketball game? Because has anyone that's a Pistons fan watched Damian Lillard this season?
Right. He's looked terrible so far.
And it's just like, do you think Damian Lillard's a shit basketball player?
Right.
I don't think so. It's been a few games. Yeah, he's on a cold streak, but I think probably by about mid-season, he's going to be draining them and be on a lot of highlight reels.
Right.
So, like, let's just fucking relax.
And James Harden struggled so bad to start the season. By the way, I wish there was someone out there that would have said that he's going to be just fine. If only there was...
If only someone had said that in like a YouTube video or something. I don't know who.
Beyond me.
Whatever the fuck that disturbing noise is needs to now be the intro of this episode. Because what the fuck? I can't breathe. It's like a chicken that is choking on a chicken. Like, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it hurts.
Suckling on that chicken. Anyway, go.
But yeah, it is just one of those things. If I'm like, man, maybe it's because I'm coming in with fresh eyes and not a lot of expectations, because I am used to rooting for shit teams in my lifetime. Now, I'm lucky that Tom Brady just randomly showed up on the Buccaneers and won a Super Bowl. But guys, I'm also a diehard Raiders fan. They've never done anything right. They occasionally drive drunk and fucking kill people. This
is past the internet. Like, this will come out like past the threshold of when it's okay to make that, right? Like,
hey, who gives a shit? You know, I push the envelope. If you don't like that,
oh my god.
Listen, don't blame Sean for this. If you're mad, tweet at me, and if you want to do that, go ahead. But here's the thing.
Listen,
I don't
your
use
best.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is a fucking worthless platform to me,
Well,
and so I don't give a flying fuck.
If you want to tweet at him, do your best. Try typing out Cthulhu Pizza. I still have to look up. I have to look up the typing every time. Like I keep like thinking in my head, like, should I ask Robert to just change his Twitter handle to something else? And I'm like, eh.
Well, so here's the thing: is that I do genuinely hate social media in general, and I abhor using it at all costs. If you've noticed ever, being my friend, I don't post on Instagram. I don't post on Facebook. I do not tweet. The only times that I do anything is that occasionally I'll reply to a tweet like once in a blue moon.
Right.
I'll retweet a giveaway.
Yeah.
I'll do an Instagram photo of like Katie and I at like a Red Wings game or something.
Right.
Or, on Facebook, I am just a ghost. I don't exist on Facebook.
The only time I see you on social media is when I see pictures on your mom's Instagram.
Yes.
That is it. That
exactly.
is literally it.
So,
which, by the way, hi, Mama Winstanley. Love you anyway.
But if you want to find me on social media, you just won't. And so that's the thing that I kind of love, because it's like I kind of think of myself as being sort of uncancelable, because I'm just like, how do you cancel a guy who cancels himself? I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, you can think whatever you want of me. I just speak like a normal human being.
Listen,
and also the internet can suck my dick. So like, I don't care.
Listen, you're not Dave Chappelle yet. Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Well, and the thing is that I don't say anything like truly horrendous, like, I'm not going to anyway. But like, yeah, I just, Twitter to me is like whatever.
Just talk about guys who have DUIs. That's it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get to me, you're almost better off fucking tweeting him.
Don't tweet at Sean, and then this ends with, actually, go ahead. So anyway.
Please tweet at Sean Murphy. I don't even know what your handle is. But
Sean Half Court, thank you very much.
Currently, the Pistons are down 46-33, so that's a thing.
I just watched Cade miss 3 shots in a row. He'll get a shot. He'll get a shot. Listen,
so Cade's a bust. He's no good. His shot selection is horrendous.
Yeah. Don't overreact. Having said that, Cade's a bust.
He's an absolute bust. We should have never.
Cade's a bucket, man. Cade's gonna be dude. Like honestly, he's a guy that you can watch. He looked like he instantly belongs on an NBA court.
Absolutely.
So
in
that's
the
been cool
in the
to watch.
YMCA, I think. But yeah.
All right. So
No,
anyway,
I'm just fucking with you.
So in conclusion, like I just the other 2 guys that are getting blamed, because I kind of started this point real quick. Corey Joseph's getting a lot of blame for being played a lot of minutes, and I'm like, he's a veteran point guard who you can throw out there and in crunch time and not have Killian Hayes lose all of his confidence and all of his well-being. So like, what's the problem with that? But also Dwayne Casey is getting a ton of blame. It's like, well, for one, he's not the medical staff, so he's not telling people to not let Cade play. But also he's just doing his job. And like, if you're telling me that he should be winning a lot more with this roster, also the point that I keep seeing is, the 2018 Raptors Twitter would disagree with you right now. It's like, listen, I would literally bet my life on this. I am this confident. If Dwayne Casey had Kawhi Leonard and no LeBron in his conference, he would have won a championship.
I would like to also add, if y'all motherfuckers think that you don't like Dwayne Casey, I challenge you to watch every single game of Jim Boylan being the head coach of the Chicago Bulls.
And like,
you fucks.
Well, because here's the thing, and this is just what I keep coming back to, because it's just, I understand if you want to make criticisms of his coaching, that's fair. However, what I come back to you is, who do you hire? Because how many other guys are out there that are either current or former Coach of the Year winners that are just available to get? Like, the Detroit Pistons had an opportunity to hire the guy who just won Coach of the Year. And you're supposed to say, nope, you couldn't win with the Raptors, so therefore you're not a good coach. Like, that's not how this works, man.
Also, not to mention how good all of our young players have looked immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, tell Christian Wood that Dwayne Casey did nothing for his career. Tell Jeremy Grant that Dwayne Casey did nothing for his career.
Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey.
Yeah. Tell me that, that there's guys on this roster that aren't shining. Because here's the thing. The other truth is, player development coaches, it's not their fault if a guy doesn't develop. You can give them all the tools. You can put all the resources around them. We literally have John Beeline on our staff as one of the heads of our player development. Yeah. The former coach at U of M is working on our player development. We have a great staff, right?
Yeah.
So if a guy doesn't work out, how's that his fault?
Exactly. I just don't get it. It's the same thing that I've noticed with Red Wings fans with Jeff Blashill. Do I think he's the answer long-term for the Detroit Red Wings? Absolutely not.
Right,
I really don't.
Yeah, because if we have the conversation of maybe Dwayne's not the coach for when we win the championship, that's a legitimate discussion.
Very different thing.
But we are so far away from that.
Yeah, let's deal with that way later.
Yeah.
And same thing, yeah, like the Red Wings, I'm like, okay, people got mad that Jeff Blashill just got another 2-year deal, but I'm like, all right, well, 2 years from now, that means that Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond have had 2 years under their belt. We're, continuing to kind of put some of these pieces together, get some more rookies and all these kinds of things and whatever. And he's proven that he's pretty good at getting young players to develop pretty well. Tyler Bertuzzi and Dylan Larkin have looked pretty good when they're healthy.
That Bertuzzi jacuzzi, baby.
If only he would get that fucking poke, but it's all right. The point is that, I just feel like he's going to kind of float this team for a while in the shitty pond that they're in right now. And the thing is, he's seemingly been pretty good at keeping the team's confidence up, and I think that goes underrated.
I mean, hey,
you need a coach that keeps their young players' confidence up during a season where you're going to kind of tank, and then once the team is actually pretty damn good and he's clearly only going to be able to get you so far, that's when you kind of go and find something else.
Right. And it's just for one, the Red Wings, they're overall pretty good so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
very surprising how good they've been this season for me. Yeah.
So, I understand we're sick of losing because every single Sunday we got to turn on the Lions. We got to see them have a new personal low every single.
Well, the
week.
last time we had anything decent in Michigan was the Tigers made the World Series in 2012 and got swept in 4 games, and it was hideous.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah, I absolutely get it. But here's the thing: we're doing it right.
Right, finally.
Finally,
because if you forgot, they've been doing it wrong for kind of a long time.
Yeah, so let's maybe let them do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
We're doing it right, so let them do it. Right? That's another new phrase.
No, I love it. Yeah, it's just the truth. It really is. I don't know. We're finally seeing some positivity around our teams, and people are so afraid. It's like holding an egg, and you're just like, oh no, I don't want to drop it, And it's just I get it, I do, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay, guys.
Exactly.
We're gonna live, and maybe we'll make some playoffs. Maybe we'll even sniff a championship.
Yeah.
But let's just relax.
Exactly.
It's going to be okay. You're going to live.
Exactly.
And if not, you can always root for other teams.
Exactly. Amen.
You can always bandwagon because I know
Robert.
You do.
Take it from Robert. The bandwagon method. It does work.
It does work. All right, folks, we are back. And the Detroit Pistons are down at halftime 57-39, so not great.
Crawling in my skin.
These wounds,
they do not heal.
I was breaking from the YouTube copyright strike.
Oh yeah, from all the ads we're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, so I am all tealed out, head to waist,
Head to teal.
head to teal. In the Sharks, which is sort of blasphemous as a guy who likes the Golden Knights, but that's okay.
And the Red Wings, but that's fine.
They've had a very they're not as big. It doesn't matter. The point is that the Sharks have actually had a pretty decent start to their season, so good for you guys.
Go San Jose Sharks.
But I've got the teal on because we are going to be ranking on some level all 30 of the city editions that just came out. And, of course, our beloved Red Wings.
I was supposed to grab a notepad and pen. Keep setting this up. I'll go grab
All right. Our beloved Detroit Red Wings have sort of brought back the teal. Now, they haven't gone full horse.
Dumbass.
What did I say?
Red Wings.
Whatever. Dude, could you imagine a teal Red Wings jersey, first of all? Suddenly, I'm like, that sounds kind of dope because for whatever reason, the Red Wings don't do any fun, third jerseys. And I get it because I'm a Yankees fan and I like that we don't change our stuff. But, a little fun would be fun, you know. So anyways, they brought back a little bit of the teal for the Pistons. Not all the way, but yeah. Oh, God, that is gloriously disgusting.
We won't show it.
Yeah, I hate you for, well, here, let me, Yeah, I was gonna say let's get that perhaps off the. There you go. There we go. Beautiful. All right, I'll let. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
So,
all right. We've got all 30 jerseys here, and we're going to go through them Juan by Juan. And let me see. There it is. And we're going to pretty much just rank these bad boys.
all right. So I'm thinking. So we're gonna do tiers, right?
Right. What tier? Oh, fuck. Why is it actually. You fucking. Hold on.
We're doing a slideshow. So anyway.
Go ahead and edit this in post.
God damn it! Everything's. We'll edit this in post.
Yeah, if you could, Sean, if you could just work way too hard on this, that would be fucking great.
God, I just love how it's like we. I'm like we.
You, Sean, if you could go ahead and edit this in post, that'd be great.
There'll just be a super zoom in. Just
pop that up on screen.
Damn it. Anywho. So yeah.
What categories should we have?
All right. So I'm thinking 5 tiers because 30 teams, about six a category.
So we'll have S tier, of course.
Yeah. So
which
how
is
about
like the top?
Do you want to just call it God tier?
Yeah, God tier is good.
All right.
Hold on. This pen fucking sucks. Man. All right. So we got God tier. Okay.
All right. We got God. Great.
God is good. God is great. Now we thank him for our food or something?
I'd say God is good. God is great. This food will obliterate. Amen.
Okay, here we go. What's the next one?
We'll do okay.
Okay.
We'll do below par.
Let's see. Hold on. So we're gonna have how many?
We're gonna do 5 tiers.
5 tiers. Okay.
So
we'll do bad.
Yeah, we'll do bad.
And then we'll have dog shit. My favorite category. of all
We gotta
time.
have a dog shit tier, 100%.
When I was doing the whiteboard thing with you that one day, just dog shit is always the best.
Yeah, 100. And you're gonna see a tier list up here. I'll go through. I'll make a tier.
And
for
as we
each
talk
one.
about them, we're also gonna post the full image of the uniform, so you know exactly what we're talking about, and you're seeing literally the same image that we're looking at, so that you're seeing the right thing.
Yep. So let's get started, man.
All right, so number 1, I don't have them in any particular order, by the way. I just kind of copy-pasted them in here, so they're wherever. But we start off with a banger here with the Atlanta Hawks. God tier, immediately,
God
right?
tier.
It's
God
amazing.
tier.
It looks a lot like their OGs
God tier.
with the black, or not OGs, they're 90s ones.
Yeah. God tier.
So let's see, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah, I love these. They kind of have a similar look to the ones that I call the Pulp Fiction jerseys there from last year.
Well, it also has
I'm
the
obsessed
vibe of
with the Pulp Fiction ones.
It also just looks a lot like the early 2000s Hawks too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
I love the giant bird. Love the number placement.
I love the remodel that they've done, and their current unis are already incredible.
Amazing.
But now
God tier.
But now to add this to that arsenal, they probably have the best unis in the league.
They don't miss.
Yeah,
Every
they don't
single
miss.
one is so incredible.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because right before that, they had some of the worst uniforms I've ever seen in my entire life.
They turned it around quick. Like once Trae Young came in, they're like, all right, we got to stop joking around.
If y'all don't remember the highlighter years, please Google it because you'll want to hang yourself. Let's see what we got. At Sean, not me. All right. So now we have the Boston Celtics.
They're okay.
They're okay.
They're okay.
The Celtics, it's so tough because the whole concept with this year's City Editions was sort of making some sort of Frankenstein's monster out of every jersey you've ever had, basically.
It's really to kind of have an overarching theme of your eras, right? So this definitely has a historic look to it. I definitely like it, but it's just
they've never changed their uniform in their entire history.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, and the other thing too is just Boston, they've never had great uniforms, but also I like their unis, don't get me wrong. I like the Celtics green uniforms, all this stuff, don't get me wrong. But
their home and aways are God tier.
Well,
their alternates you can almost pretend don't exist.
I meant their alternate. Obviously their homes and aways are great, but listen, these are just right down the middle for me. I don't feel any sort of way towards them other than they're okay. Cuz I like the lettering, but Like, and I like the green. Like, it's a cool look. Don't get me wrong. The shorts are cool, but like,
they're great. It's just that it's literally like the Red Wings when they did their retro reverse. They just made them all white because it's like, well, literally since the 30s or whatever, we haven't ever had a different uniform than the home and away. Like, not even a third for the Red Wings. Right. The Celtics have had some thirds, but the whole point wasn't these weren't including alternates for the most part. They were trying to be more like your home and aways. And since they've only ever had the same home and aways for their entire history, what the hell were they going to do?
Yeah,
so
this is right down the middle for me.
Yeah,
is that okay?
It's real okay. The Vista print is kind of random, but I mean, like it's weird when teams don't keep the same sponsor frequently. I feel like theirs has changed every year. I kind of was partial to the GE or whatever they had. I thought it was okay, but whatever. It's a sponsor, so it's ugly anyways.
Yep. So it's okay.
It's okay. The Brookland Nets, which look just like their old what were they called? The New Jersey Nets.
These are great.
They're between great and okay to me because I never really loved the original look of the New Jersey Nets, and I've actually been really happy with the way they've looked ever since they moved away because I like the black and the white. The thing that hangs out for me is the big, long, weird shit for the N, like how it kind of just randomly looks like the.
But I would argue that's more so a knock on what their previous logo looked like. I don't think you can judge the logo for the jersey. You know what I mean? Like you can't knock them for what the logo used to look like for the jersey.
Oh, I'm gonna knock them for their old logo because that old logo was piss. In fact, by the way, I just noticed this. I was looking real close. They have on the pelvic area here. They've got the little old logo from the Nets.
From the New Jersey Nets. From the shitty one. Okay, put them at okay. Yeah, I'm okay with okay.
And I don't know that I totally want to downgrade them because they are really clean.
They are so clean.
I'm gonna allow them to be in great because I'm sure that there will be one that I'm gonna need to downgrade.
We're gonna make changes later.
Well, the big thing for me is that I'm like, there's going to be ones that I feel stronger about fighting you against, probably, and this is not one of them. I don't feel strongly enough to fight you on this one, so I'm going to put them in great because I'm teetering anyways.
Yeah, these, like, there's nothing, like, extremely special about these other than the fact that they just look super clean. Like, and honestly, I saw a picture of Kevin Durant wearing this jersey, and I was just like, oh, that's fucking beautiful.
I was trying to see what the hell this mess by the tag is, and it's every logo they've ever had. I think that is clunky as hell, but that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only part that's really ugly is they have every single logo. I don't know where it's going to be on the green screen, but it's like literally every logo.
You're pointing at Danny DeVito's nipple again.
Damn it. All right. So let's see here. Yes, the Charlotte Hornets. Man, I am so torn with this. I have kind of determined something, at least personally, on this the more that I've looked at it. I love the original Charlotte jersey that had the pinstripes.
Uh-huh.
I hate it with the honeycomb because it's way too busy.
Uh-huh.
I get what they're doing, and it's clever. And by the way, I'm obsessed with this font. Like, the script font is amazing.
Listen, I think we're going to like it more than a lot of people do.
Sure.
I think for the honeycombs alone, I think it goes down to okay.
Yeah, it's
either okay or bad, right? Because like I like the jerseys a lot personally. I think they're gonna look clean on a court, but I can concede that there's some things about it that are just a little too busy.
It
might be a little too ambitious. You know what I'm saying?
I love that they have the original Hornet on the shorts because I feel like the new one looks like shit, and I love the original logo, and I wish that they would just use that
90s
permanently.
Hornets logo is sick.
It's way better. It reminds me of like the Celtics, the guy with like the cane or whatever. It reminds me of that, and I like that a lot better than the shitty one they sometimes use now.
Right.
Yeah, the pinstripes are a little bit busy with the honeycomb. The honeycomb, I don't know if I love or hate it. I'm obsessed with the font of Charlotte. Don't love the number. I kind of almost wish that was also script too.
Yeah.
I get what they're doing, but okay. And also there was a better way to blend in the sponsor.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's one on here that I absolutely abhor because of the sponsor.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do these, you have to do it right, and the sponsor has to kind of obey the color scheme a little bit better.
How about this? I think we like a lot of what this jersey's doing. And I think if you add the positives and the negatives, it's so down the middle.
It's in okay.
Yeah, I think it's at okay, and I think we revisit later and compare to other. Because here's the thing, there's going to be some jerseys that are going to be in bad and dog shit. That that this jersey's way better than, and I would fight on that hill.
Yeah, I think okay is a really good place for it though, because I don't think it's so close to being great, and parts of it are great, but it's not so bad that I'm like, fuck this jersey.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's things about it to like. You know what I mean?
To love you, and I know I will when I see LaMelo in it.
Dude, LaMelo and imagine a fucking alley-oop with LaMelo and Miles Bridges in this thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be so sick.
Mm-hmm. It's just, it's one of them things.
Yeah, also, I love that you're like, this is no particular order, and this is all alphabetical, so you're actually making this easier for me, so thank you. Anyway, go ahead.
No problem. All right, let's see here. Yes, the Chicago Bulls.
These are great.
Oh, these are, in my opinion, God tier. And I'll tell you why.
I'll put them God tier. I'd go God tier.
Here's the reason why. I am fully aware that they are almost just a copy pasta of their jerseys from like the 70s. But in my opinion, those are the greatest Chicago Bulls jerseys of all time. And I do not understand why they don't use them more. And it has pissed me off for a long time. And I'm so fucking happy to see the script Chicago on the chest again.
These are clean. These are absolutely clean. I'd go God tier.
I love the ones that say Bulls, but I just am like, can I get the word Chicago on them in this script? Because it's gorgeous. I don't want to block Chicago. I love that it's this. It's great. The number font, I feel like, is almost slightly strange, but it's fine. I love the championships by the tag, and I especially love that they hid the little black and red pinstripe jersey on the short with the bull. That is hot as hell, and they're God tier to me.
Yeah, they're God tier. They're God tier.
Yeah. I get it. They're not like the most creative thing in the world, but the whole point was to go back to your past, and they're another team that has never had alternates really or different home jerseys.
They did it in such a way that honored their past but made it look modern, and that's what I love about it. So it's God tier. It did everything that it was supposed to do, and also, like, let's be honest, this brings back when Michael was in his like younger years,
when he had hair.
Yeah, and when he was dunking from the free throw line in the slam dunk contest. So anytime you get to see a jersey like this being brought back, especially imagine this being on Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball, dude.
I need it so bad.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah,
so, that's God tier.
I love it, and this year is not supposed to be creative. It's supposed to be honoring the past. So.
Which there are some creative ones in here. We'll get to them.
Oh, there's some creative.
There's some creative liberties that were taken.
There's some creative.
Yeah, there were some downright offensive liberties that were taken.
All right, so we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers up next. Really bad. No, you don't have to.
I mean, I always like kind of like they're down the middle to me, man. I'll be honest. Like that logo right in the middle. I know we said no bashing logos, but Jesus Christ, that logo.
No. I think all bets are off. This is purely your opinion. Yeah, if you think they're bad, take them to task. I would love to go ahead, man. Rake them over the coals.
All right, so. There's a lot of things I like about this jersey, but there's also like, just first of all, like anytime you have like that kind of like center logo and then the number right under it, just looks dumb. And then like, the shorts, like having the one logo on one side and one on the other, like the new modern Cavs logo and the old one on the other side. To me, I've never been a big fan of anything the Cavaliers have ever done uniform wise. So
that's fair.
To me, this is towards the bottom of them, but I mean, it's still pretty good overall.
That's fair. Hey, if you don't need to justify anything to me, is if you think it's bad, man, I want to hear your unfiltered, go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. These are not as bad as other ones, so it's not dog shit. I'd concede that these are okay off of certain pieces. To me, they're bad.
Okay. Yeah, and that's totally fair. I think
You're like, I think they're God tier.
I don't think they're God tier. I do think that they're bordering on great because I do really, really like how clean they are. I do agree about the number and the logo thing. I think that could have been a little better. I don't love the weird dashes, the perforation. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
I've always loved that they have Goodyear as their sponsor because I just feel like it weirdly fits.
Yeah.
I really like the old Cavs logo a lot better than the C that they've had for a long time. So that's the thing I'm the most happy to see is that old logo. But yeah, I think that they're relatively clean, but I think okay is a good spot for me.
Yeah. They're okay.
Yeah, I think okay is good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What the hell are they called? The Cavs.
What are they again?
Well, I was like trying to figure out a short way to write them on the paper and not have to write out Cleveland or Cavalier.
You can always abbreviate the city name too.
It's fine. Ooh.
Dog shit.
Oh, really? No, go for it.
Dog shit.
I want to hear it.
Dog shit. Listen, man, this is I will comfortably say, listen, man, I hate the old Dallas retro logo so much. Like anytime I see this, my eyes just vomit, dude. It's like this is when I wonder if God was absent for a period of time because he let this pass him. Like, listen, man, I'll settle at bad or okay.
No. I feel like you can't settle for okay because if you're putting him at dog shit, you'll barely settle for bad.
Yeah, listen, man. Like I'm just gonna level with you. I there's people that like this way more than I do, and I'm gathering.
Fair.
I'm gathering you do too.
That's fair.
But to me,
no, but I don't want you to feel like you have to, go soft for me, man.
Oh, I ain't going soft on this one. This one's dog shit. I'm going in on it.
That's fair. I will tell you, I feel strongly in great. I think they're bordering on God tier. I do.
Jesus Christ,
I
you do?
really, really love that logo so much. I desperately would love to have like a
I'm
hat
sorry.
with it.
Is that?
I love it.
Is that D wearing a cowboy hat?
Yes. Yeah, of course. I love it. I think that there's
And look at the chime logo on there too, dude.
I was just gonna bring that up. If it was a darker shade of green, we would be okay. That's the only thing that's a little bit whatever. Also, hold on. I need to get close here. What the fuck is MFFL? Is that what that
Mavericks
says?
fan for life. They're bad.
That might have put it at dog shit. No, but
Yeah!
because that is brutal. I don't know what the fuck MFFL is.
That's got to be Mavericks fan for life.
I would think, but it's terrible.
That's got to be what it is.
That's fucking terrible. Hold on. What's in the fucking pubic area? Is that the city of Dallas? Oh, Jesus.
Dog shit. Dog shit.
There's
and also, look, they have the blue logo on the bottom right on the short. They're fucking mixing blue with green.
Well, blue with green I liked. I actually liked that part of it. I'm sorry, Sean.
They're dog shit or bad.
There's a good amount of green down the side there that's a little whatever. But
Can we just at least say they're bad? Because there's things about them that are bad. Are we comfortable with that? And like we can always debate this versus other jerseys in the okay later.
Yeah, because I feel like I would almost be willing to sacrifice the Cavs to get these at least an okay because I really love these.
Fine.
I'd be cool with wearing these.
Listen,
but no, we're gonna put them in bad for now.
All right, yeah, we'll put them in bad for now.
Put them in bad for now. I love that we have that big of a difference because I just think that's more fun. I think it's a lot more fun when one host absolutely fucking hates him and one loves it. I love it.
Well, you're going to be getting a lot of that this episode.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, the Denver Nuggets.
I think these are great.
Okay.
The reason why I think they're great
Go for it.
is because this one in particular has a ton of detail in it. This one has a ton of detail in it. So, like, if you look closer, there's a lot to it. Like, for example, they brought back those old light blue, like the light blue tint, like from the mellow years, kind of in the stripes of the jersey.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where? Okay.
Yeah. So, like, there's a ton of, like, those hints. And then also just, like, the different lettering of the, like, I love that retro Denver logo
do too.
on
I
the
agree.
chest.
Yep.
Like, and also the rainbow pattern is just, it's just cool. This is great.
First of all, the original Dikembe
Mutombo.
That's it. Those jerseys are god tier, the originals.
Right.
So I do like that they threw back to them. I like the little mountains on the shorts. I absolutely love the little minor on the shorts.
I'd be willing to put this in god tier, but I'd go great.
I think I'm in great too. I almost feel like we should have almost had a good, but it's okay. Yeah, it's the same thing as great basically, and it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I think great is a good place for it because I do like a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's definitely some parts of this that are kind of vomit worthy a little bit. Like I love the rainbow, but I also feel like the rainbow randomly on the navy blue is a little fucked with the yellow, but I think I'm willing to let it pass just because it is cool. Yeah, we're going to put it in great.
Yeah, these are just cool, man. They're just cool. Which, we're about to, I know what's next.
Oh no.
I know what's next. God tier.
Yeah.
God tier, God tier, God tier. God tier, God tier, God tier, God tier. Absolute Detroit. Listen, Big Sean. I just
Well, he didn't do these.
I don't give a shit. Whoever did, thank you. Because, oh my God, when I saw this, like, it was just, it was unanimous from the fans that when we saw just the jersey, it was like, all right, these are great. And then when we saw the other pieces in there, like the return of the teal, like the lightning bolts, like this just has multiple eras of Pistons basketball that are great. It also
the original logo on the right side of the shorts.
Yeah, they have
and the new one on the left.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
actually, I think that's the Bad Boys one on the left. Yeah.
Yep. And so then they also have the
and then there's the horse in the like.
Yep. They have the horse
crotch.
on the pubis.
Yeah. The crotch
on the
there.
waistband. Yeah. And then they also have the 3 championships on there too, 89, 90, and 04, and it also says Detroit basketball on there.
Love that.
Just everything about this, plus seeing Cade Cunningham wear this, God tier, absolutely killed it. This is honestly not even biased. They're killing it.
I absolutely agree. For pretty much the most part, the biggest thing that I'm absolutely obsessed with is I desperately am begging the Detroit Pistons to go back to this font for all of their jerseys. For the love of Christ,
it's so good, dude.
I just love the basic regular font. It's incredible.
They're showing it on the TV right now. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Hell yeah, these are so good.
We'll debut them Friday versus Brooklyn.
All
right, sick. I love them. I kind of wish that they also made the number the old style number, and for the love of Christ, I wish they'd go back to that as well. But it's fine. I like the lightning bolts a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Because we don't get enough of those throwbacks. I feel like that's the forgotten Piston jersey is the lightning.
Yep.
Now, and I also love the horse in the penis. That's pretty great. Now, I love the horse in the.
It's just how casually you just went. I love the horse in the penis. That's getting clipped.
Oh yeah,
that's absolutely getting clipped.
Now I'm gonna say something as a guy drenched in teal who is the biggest teal crusader that you know.
Just say it.
I don't love the teal on it. I actually don't love it. I kind of wish that it was just white, and I wish that we would just wait to do the teal until we do the full horse next year. I think that it ends up making it look a little childish and a little weird. I would have been more okay if they threw in the teal as like maybe make the sponsor teal or like randomly like the horse teal on the crotch there or whatever.
The Nike logo being teal.
Yeah, like that'd be cool. I'd be cool with like a little bit of a nod there. I don't know that I need it as much in the lining. I don't hate it. I think it looks amazing.
Right.
But when I did kind of settle looking at it a little bit more, I was like, I don't know that I totally am all in on it.
Right.
I'm happy to see it, but it's fine. It's just a little nitpick, but it's God tier.
Yeah,
beyond.
It's God tier. Yeah. It's God tier.
All right, let's see. Yes, the Golden State Warriors.
They're okay.
What the fuck are the dots? Do you see those, like, by the tag? What are those? I've gotten close even, and, I don't know what they are.
By the tag?
Yeah, like by the tag right here. You see that? Right there. Like, what is that? It's like a big grid of dots. What the fuck is that?
I'm sure there's a meaning behind it. I'm going to level with you. I don't know.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, what is that? And then it says, like, we believe or whatever, which I think is kind of strange because I'm like, y'all motherfuckers have won kind of a lot of championships. So I'm like.
That's an ode to their. So there's a special Warriors team that like back in 2008 or 2009, they
yes, the Obama years.
So they were the 8th seed in the playoffs. They play. It was Baron Davis, Steven Jackson. Like this team like just came out of nowhere.
Ooh, we're down by 20. Nice.
We don't got to talk about it anyway. Oh, Isaiah Stewart just blocked Giannis. Nice. Anywho, with. Like that was a special team in Warriors history.
I see.
And that the phrase was they were the We Believe Warriors. So it's a cool ode to that team. But having said that, I think there's things about it that are absolutely clean. I love the black.
The black is nice.
The black and yellow.
The lightning bolt is kind of cool.
But to me, this is kind of the weakest Warriors uni I've seen of yet. So I go.
Because they've had some god tier alternates.
I go to okay to bad even.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close to bad almost. I think I'm gonna leave them in okay though. But yeah.
Because there are things about it that, like, listen, that Golden Gate Bridge logo in the middle is sick. But there, to me, this does just play it a little safe. So I'd be okay with putting it in okay or bad.
And I still don't know what the fuck the dots are, so.
Yep.
Just so confused. Oh, yes, the Houston Rockets.
These are great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree, absolutely.
These are great. Like there's I don't even know if there's like a ton to talk about on that. I mean, like these are.
I know they're weirdly controversial with some people. Like some people absolutely hate them, and that's fine because there are a section of people, and I sometimes am one of them, where I like more of the clean jersey and less of the cartoony. But then at the same time, I'm also the type of guy who absolutely genuinely loves the Mighty Wing jersey from the Anaheim Ducks. If you've never seen it, Google it.
Yeah.
But no, I think they're cool. Yeah, I really like them. I also like the logo on the peen there, as well as their court.
Yeah. I was going to say the court is stronger than the jersey, but the jersey's still great.
Yeah, I think it's really, really good. Yeah. There's not much to say. The sponsor, they could have blended that a little better.
It's great.
But yeah, it's great.
Really not much to say beyond that. There's just certain ones where it's just going to be, yep, that's great. Yep, that's bad. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
It's great.
So Houston. The Pacers. I want to hear what you say first.
I have a different feeling every time I look at these.
Right?
So here's my ultimate decision. I'm gonna just say they're bad.
Okay.
Because there are aspects of it that looks absolutely clean, and for a Pacers uniform, this is awesome.
For a Pacers uniform, they're borderline god tier. Now, my favorite ones is that I love the pinstripe, the old pinstripe Chiquita banana ones.
Yeah, but
not Chiquita banana. It's the bananas in pajamas. Yes.
But here's the thing: even for a god tier Pacers uniform, that's still a pretty bad uniform compared to everyone else. So like, there's things about this that are sick. It's just like, to me, like there are just like, first of all, the shorts are terrible.
The shorts, I think they're just kind of boring.
Yeah.
The Boom Baby, I know, is significant to them. That's fine.
Well, that's the thing. Is like,
I love the font, actually. I'm cool with the font.
The font's sick, but that's the thing. Is like, how is this jersey
cool.
so fun and so boring at the same time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Motorola's pretty clean on there. Here's the thing.
How about okay?
I think okay is a good place. I would be very comfortable putting them in great because I really do think they're just so inoffensive and pretty nice to where I could see them in great. And if you're a Pacers fan, you probably think they're god tier because they are really nice. But yeah, I think okay.
Honestly, I view great as like, there's things about this that I love, but it's not. But there's genuine qualms I have with it.
Yeah.
So I think great or okay would be a good place for this.
Yeah.
So I'll let you decide.
Okay,
This is one I'm not passionate about, and I will let you decide.
The only thing that I absolutely abhor about them and what's going to make me bring them down to okay for myself personally is that they're Michigan colors, and that's not okay. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate Michigan University, so.
Yeah, fuck that school.
LOL, Sean, you're so funny. Anyways.
What?
It's okay. Oh, the Clippers.
God tier.
Thank you. I'm very surprised to hear that. I thought you were going to put him in dog shit.
There's really not much of a discussion to have on this. Absolute god tier. The shorts are incredible. The color's amazing. The old Clippers font I'm generally not loving of, but however.
Wait, really?
Well, because here's the thing. I just associate that with the Steve Ballmer. To me, the Clippers have a history that you want to forget, not one you want to celebrate. However, I also love that this is bringing it back in a way of saying that we're not going to let him shine over our franchise that. We're going to take ownership of it. And honestly, if you just look at this thing objectively, they just didn't miss on this one.
It's amazing.
This one's just I would, oh my God, I'd wear that every day of the year. The only thing that makes us sad is that we don't get to see Kawhi wear this one.
Yeah,
that's what sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Super sucks. Is there any chance of him in like the playoffs?
Do you want my analyst answer? Or do you want my real answer?
Yes.
All right, my analyst answer: if the Los Angeles Clippers are in a place where they could make some form of run, Kawhi, if feeling well enough, could possibly come back. You want my real answer?
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't coming back this year.
Yeah.
Like, listen, there's just no reason to.
Yeah, these are amazing. In fact, they're so good, and I've liked that color and that like logo, the old one that was like the circle with the thing that's on the shorts. The like weird pokey thing.
Yeah.
I like it so much that I'm like, this should just be their home jersey or their away jersey and have a white version for home.
Yep. These are god tier. Yeah. Absolutely
they
great.
Should have these forever because they're amazing and every fucking team does red, white, and blue. Yeah. So just
their modern uniforms are dog shit.
They're awful.
Now I would like to go to the next LA team because I have a lot to say on these.
Okay.
They're dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Listen, these unis have never looked good. I hate them. The lettering is so stupid. I know this is like the old like retro Lakers. Like this is one that people like. God, no. I fucking hate them. They're dog shit. Like everything about it. Like I thought that was the Bumble logo on there at first. I remembered that was a Clipper sponsor at one point. It was Bumble. But like just
I don't even know what it is. It's like Bibio or something.
Listen, man.
And what the hell's down by the hang on. Oh, the Lakers dynasty is what it says by the tag.
Oh, fuck off. Dog shit. Oh, piss off.
I think they're really clean. I could put them in. I could put them in okay. I think I can settle for bad.
All right,
I think I can settle for bad. But the thing is like if it was my list, they'd be like bordering between great and okay. But that's fine. I do think they're really clean. I don't think they're horribly offensive.
How about this?
I think they're boring.
How about this?
Are they a little boring?
Yeah. Let's make our first change. Let's bump Cavaliers to bad. Let's put these above the Cavaliers.
I think the Cavaliers are better. I'm putting these in bad.
Fine, fuck them. Bad. Sorry, Lakers. I was trying to concede a little, but hey.
Yeah, I think that I like the Cavs ones a lot more than I do these. I think that these will probably look really slick on the floor, and I do like the light blue and stuff like that. And I think that the purple and light blue is cool to kind of go back when they were in Minnesota. I think weren't they originally from?
Milwaukee.
What's the difference? But we're gonna get some fucking messages on that one. But tweet at Sean, not me. And yeah,
Two new slogans today: subscribe, you fuck, and tweet at Sean, not me.
So yeah, I don't feel too passionate about them because I hate the Lakers anyway. So fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them.
The Memphis Grizzlies. I want to hear. What do you got to say?
They're great.
You think they're great? Okay.
I love the bear logo on the pants. I do like the cool patterns that they have on the waistband and on the bands on the sleeves and the neck as well. The Memphis lettering I'm not a huge fan of on the jersey.
I like it fine, yeah.
Yeah, but like there's things about it where I'm like, listen, this isn't like a strong jersey in my opinion. This is okay to great. But
they have been doing this style kind of a lot recently. They've been going back to this tribal thing from Vancouver, and they've done it so much better already, like 3 other times. And so I feel like this is the worst iteration so far. Now, the one thing that I love this logo desperately, like the Vancouver Grizzlies version. I abhor this because for whatever reason I look at this and I see the fucking Michigan Wolverine and I hate him to death. But I look at look at these.
I go as far down as bad because to your point, I think this is kind of like it's like when a kid draws you like a dog. And it's like, oh, that's really nice, but like, how many fucking dogs can you draw me? You know
I feel like it looks almost more like when they have like the fan coloring books, and it's like, hey, this is our jersey, color it yourself, and then they color it, and it's like, well, it's fine, but the original's better.
This is one I'm also really not passionate about because
I think it's very okay.
Yeah, I'll go okay.
Yeah, it's
I will
the
say,
Navy's too boring, and there's not a lot going on, and the tribal thing they've done way better.
I will say, definitely better than the Dallas jersey. Fuck that jersey. Anyway.
The Dallas jersey is 10,000 times better than this. Just throwing that out there.
Definitely not true. You're on heroin. Anywho.
I think that's the people of Memphis.
Same thing.
All right, let's see here. Tweet at Sean, not me. Oh,
dog shit.
Yes.
Dog shit. Dog shit. Dog shit. All the way down. Like this one pisses me off. This one's offensive.
Too. Because I'll tell the fans here a second. I own every iteration of the Miami Heat Vice jerseys. I have all 5 of them. I have 4 Dwayne Wades, and then I have the vice versa from what was it last year or something in Jimmy Butler.
How did this make it past the cutting board room? Like
what's worse, by the way, and what they don't fucking tell you on here is every player has the option of picking different numbers. Like you can choose whatever number you want.
Dude, this belongs in its own special tier, like beyond dog shit.
This thing is such a crime against a god that I'm pretty sure that there's about to be a new commandment that comes down in a cave or whatever.
Listen, I know our instinct should be that this is the first one that goes.
This is the first dog shit.
Well, honestly, I was going to say, I know this is our instinct to put this in the first dog shit. I don't think that does justice to how bad this jersey is. So honestly, I think there should be a 6th tier underdog shit that's just called the Heat.
That's just called Miami.
Yes.
Listen, we haven't blessed dog shit with anything yet, and we're gonna put them down there because I don't know what else is gonna end up there.
Yeah.
But it might not be filled with many people, so they're pretty honored to be there.
Yeah. Can we just bless the people of moving on as quickly as possible? Because this is just
no. But seriously, Google when you're looking at this, pause the video and look up the fact that they are literally every single different person wearing this on the court at the same time will have different looking numbers per jersey because they're allowed to choose which ones that they liked personally.
Listen,
this thing looks like a fucking ransom note. Literally, it's like a ransom note telling Miami fans, "You better root for us, or else we're gonna keep giving you this."
Yeah, did Pat Riley kidnap Bam Adebayo and he's asking, "Want to play a little game?"
This is unbelievable.
I need an apology for this.
And here's the deal. I like the idea of hey, we have so many different great looks because of almost every look the Miami Heat have ever had in their entire history is amazing. They've almost never had a bad jersey in their entire history.
Right, and I'm all for that.
So putting them all together, I get what you're trying to do.
Which there's a cool way to do that.
Man.
But they missed the mark.
It's really offensively bad.
They really, if they didn't have anything, they should have just stuck with a Vice jersey.
Yeah, it's...
why fix what isn't broken? You know what I mean?
It's so bad that it's just man,
you know what they should have done?
5 years of having the best jersey in all of basketball to do this.
You know what they should have done?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, last year should have been their 75th anniversary, and they should have just done a throwaway jersey last year. They should have just brought back one of the Vice jerseys they liked, or they should have just gone...
Or done the vice versa or something.
Or even just done a rotation of them. You know
Sure.
what I mean? But not this.
Yeah.
Anything but this.
This thing's a crime.
I'd rather wear a trash bag over my head than go out and be seen in public in this.
It's a real shame that Miami has a real shot for the final this year because if they're ever going to wear this in the playoffs, I mean, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, get this off my fucking screen.
Yeah.
This is dog shit.
I will say one thing with this on the screen, though, is for the love of God, if anyone from the Miami Heat somehow, some way gets this message, please let them know. We need to change full time to the Miami Vice jerseys, okay? White at home, black away, pink and blue as the alternates. Don't fight me on this. It's what's best for business, God damn it.
That's great. Get this off my screen. I can't look at it anymore.
Let's see. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Bad.
Dog shit.
Dog shit.
I hate this with every fiber of my being for a bunch of reasons. Number one, I did not realize that 2 different teams had Motorola, which is really fucking weird. That's so random.
Yeah.
They have what I think is one of the most god-tier jerseys in the history of the sport, and that is the Ghost, Phantom Deer jersey. And they gave the purple from that jersey, but told us to go fuck ourselves with the entire rest of it with this boring shit they've been doing the last few years with this random ass striping down the side that makes no fucking sense. It looks like a color swatch because your wife's trying to figure out what she wants to make the kitchen look like.
Yeah.
And it's just, what the fuck is this? And also there's this...
You know what this is?
What is this logo?
You know what this is?
I don't even fucking know what that...
You know what this is?
Yeah.
This is dog shit.
It is dog shit. These gotta go.
Yep. Dog shit.
Bucks. I just don't get it. What the fuck? You didn't even try. You just threw purple on a jersey you already had. It doesn't honor anything. Fuck them. All right, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
God tier.
I don't know that I'm going God tier, but they're pretty close. Yeah, these are spooky and spectacular. I love them. I love the little font.
These are so cool, man.
I like the little streaks on the side. Yeah.
This brings me back to the Timberwolves with Kevin Garnett on them.
Yeah.
They look so cool when players are wearing them, the pictures of Karl Anthony Towns and this shit.
Ooh, the little trees all around it. I'm going to defer to you on this one, and I'm going to give these God tier.
These are
just for you.
They're just so good. I just feel a special way about these ones.
I feel like there's been a few that I've certainly had a little bit more of the vote on, and so I'm gonna defer to you on this one because these are really clean. There's nothing bad about them.
Yeah, there's this
really, really, really great.
This feels like a Rockets one where it's just these are.
They just nailed it.
Yeah,
you just did
nailed it. There's not really a lot to say. It's just good job.
You're God tier. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Fuck you though for all your draft picks you keep wasting.
I mean, hey, they're turning it around now. Dog shit.
Shut up, Sean.
Dog shit.
Yes.
They literally, this is just their home uniform, just with NOLA, in the middle.
So this,
Like,
I guess I keep forgetting about audio listeners. We're looking at the Pelicans. This is not the episode to be an audio listener.
I'm gonna level with you. I didn't even upload it to the audio listeners last week because listen, man,
Fuck 'em.
Listen, we didn't even have a
Our
single,
audio is kind of trash anyway.
Well, not only that, but also like our very first week, I posted it. No one listened to it. And
That's
so
fair.
I was like, yeah. So for now, we'll just stick to video. Like,
I'm good with that.
Yeah. So
Audio listeners, you can suck my dick. Now,
yep. Listen, you can suck a duck.
these, what the hell is up by the tag? Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Won't bow down.
They're
What
dog
the
shit.
fuck is that? Won't bow down.
They're dog shit. Like, how are these anything but dog shit?
You guys are tanking. All right.
How are these anything but dog shit?
These are the Pelicans.
It's just literally just their home jersey, but with NOLA in the middle. Like,
Which,
what
don't
is-
they already have a jersey like that?
I'm sure they have.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah.
don't. They missed the assignment. Like, I get that they don't really have much of a history because they're.
Yeah, they just changed the Pelicans. Yeah,
But they're just weird and boring, and they're so much white.
But you're New Orleans. Have some fun with it. Make like a Mardi Gras version. Like, make something crazy. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
blown away with how boring these are.
they're just so boring. Like, get this shit out.
Done with it. All right, the New York Knicks.
Great.
I think that's fair. I'm trying to look at them a little closer here, see if there's some details I
Listen,
missed.
man, the black New York Knicks jersey. Like, oh my God,
They're
is
the
so
only
clean.
team I've seen that has a different Nike logo. They've got the NYC and the Nike.
Oh, that's so cool.
No
Yeah.
other team has that.
And the court is incredible.
Yeah, the court's cool.
Are they just okay to you?
They're bordering on okay to bad.
Whoa!
I think it has some to do with the fact that I am a diehard Yankee fan, and the Mets have a very similar jersey to this.
Uh-huh.
And I've grown to like the Mets one, even though I hate that sewer rat team,
Right.
and all of their little sewer rat fans.
But this looks cool though.
Yeah,
I'd go okay, but to me
no,
they're
it's
great.
okay. That's all right. You know, you don't gotta. You know, I think there's just a lot of personal biases here for me. I'm gonna go ahead and defer to you on this one because I'm sure most people would say they're great. I think it's a Yankees thing in me, which is ironic because most Yankee fans like the Knicks, but it's funny to me because I'm like, how? Because the Knicks have the same colors as the Mets and that. Whatever.
Right.
So, anyways, yeah, we can go ahead and put the Knicks.
Yeah.
And truth be told,
Also,
I like anything
we're losing by 29. Anyway.
Fucking A. Oh, that was a bad air ball. Yeah, I just, anything New York, I'm going to go ahead and give a lot of leeway to because I love New York as a city anyways, best city in the world, so it's fine. As I say that on a Detroit podcast, whatever, fuck it. We're moving on. We're moving right along.
I mean, Detroit never claimed to be the best city in the world. Dog shit.
He's hurt me. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Crawling in my skin. So if we're talking about sponsors that look terrible and out of place on a
That's
tag,
what I was referring to.
Uh-huh.
God damn it. If they were silver and white, it'd be okay. But these, what the fuck, loves?
if you're gonna commit, you gotta commit. They're dog shit.
The thing about these is that they're really, really clean.
I want to like them.
And they could be really, really nice and clean and fun, and the court's clean. Like, they're going for, like, a real just monochrome, cool look, whatever.
Uh-huh. I want to
There's
like them.
absolutely no throwback to the Seattle Supersonics, which is like, what the fuck? Because
Yeah, what the
technically,
fuck?
like, you have one of the coolest franchises in history.
Not even an
ever.
Not even an homage.
Yeah, so that's fucked up.
Not even a tip of the cap.
And there's absolutely
Fuck 'em.
nothing likable about the Oklahoma City Thunder as a team in general, and it ever has been. Fuck you. So, yeah,
having
they're
said
dog
that,
shit.
Having said that, Crone, if you're watching this, don't or, I like you, but
The Oklahoma City Thunder and everything in Oklahoma is fucking garbage, so fuck you.
he said
go
it, not
Texas.
me. He said it, not me. But these
Tweet
unis are,
him, not him.
But yeah,
not me.
yeah, but the unis are dog shit.
The unis are dog shit, and so is Oklahoma. All right, so
Dog shit. Dog.
my coworker
shit.
thinks these are god tier. The Magic. Now,
dog shit.
I've got a couple of things about this.
I accept nothing above dog shit.
I think I agree, but I'm moving towards bad because of the fact that I actually do really like the sort of
Look at the shorts. Look at the sides on the short.
No, I like those, but hold on, and I'll get to why. I'll get to why. Because I like the way that the orange goes from like light to darker. I think that's cool. I like the stars going down because it's like a meteor shower down into like that meteor basketball, and then it's like silver fire is really cool. The silver stars are cool. The biggest knock, honestly, that puts them from being like really cool is the fact that the word magic is just so fucking dumb looking with like the stars in it and whatever. But if they made like a really aggro looking magic, it's actually kind of cool because I like that it's like molten lava. It's like black and orange. It's kind of cool.
But
which I just got done shitting on the Knicks for having black and orange.
They're dog shit. I concede it bad as long as they're not above that. You just gave me a couple. I'll give you this one.
Yeah.
But they're not above bad. They're not.
They might be great, Sean. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I think bad is fair for them.
You just risked our friendship a split second there. Jesus Christ.
There's some really likable things about it. The more that I've given myself time to look at it, I don't know. And also I'm a sucker for pinstripes. It is what it is. Go Yankees. All right. Magic.
Pain.
We're going to put them in bad.
I'm just hearing the Curb Your Enthusiasm music whenever I see this.
When you look at the fact that it's 90-62 going into almost the fourth quarter.
All right, so anyway.
We have the Philadelphia 76ers. Woohoo! What do you think, Sean?
I am straight down the middle on these.
I think okay is where they're going to land. I don't think I get it. I think because I'm not from Philadelphia, I don't get them.
It's
the colors seem random. Is there a thing?
I mean, it is. So it's not random. I mean, this does pay homage to their history. It does. I do think that there is some City of Brotherly Love stuff going on here.
Spectrum. What the hell is Spectrum? Is that like their arena? Is it like the Spectrum Arena?
I think it's like an homage to like their former arena or something back in the day. Like, and
it had like maybe this logo with the colors.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's some key context we're missing here. However, if we're just gonna go solely off of,
I just noticed that down by the tag it says Brotherly Love, which I find amazing considering what's going on right now with the fact.
Just with the Ben Simmons shit.
Well, yeah, you got Ben Simmons, and then also the amazing fact that you have Andre Drummond with like the guy
with Joel Embiid. Yeah. How they hate each other.
There's so much hatred on this team, and yet it's brotherly love, which is kind of Philadelphia because there's just so much violence all the time.
That's Philly. Yeah, but
I think okay.
Yeah, because there's things I really like. There's things I really hate. Listen, for a Philly uniform, this is strong.
Yeah.
But they're okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yep.
Let's see the Suns.
I'm gonna put these at bad for the sole reason that because here's the thing, I actually really like these jerseys.
I know. How should we grade them? Because this pisses me off because like they need to have a new one.
Listen,
but at the same time, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, for the sole reason that they did nothing new except the shorts, which I like the shorts.
Oh, I do like the shorts.
I'd say.
Oh, it's even got the old logo.
Yeah, just by default, I say they got to go bad for the sole reason that they just stuck with it. However, I still like the jersey. It's just when you're. Here's the thing: you can't turn in the same paper twice.
So here's my only issue with it. It's an amazing third jersey alone, and it should be borderline God tier, but probably great. The thing that bothers me is that the Suns have some of my favorite throwback uniforms of all time with like the sun streaking. Well, hold on. That one that's down on the shorts, that's one of my favorite all-time jerseys, that old one that I think Charles Barkley wore and stuff like that. So the fact that this jersey is supposed to be representing the past and the 75th anniversary and all that, and you didn't do anything like that, it bothers me as well. I think okay is a good place to put it, just because it's like you missed the fucking point of this year's edition. But they are great.
How about we bump Cavs down to bad and we put these at okay?
No, I'm keeping Cavs in okay. We're putting the Valley here too.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, the Cavs are fucking great.
You like how sneaky I am with trying to get the Cavs?
You're trying, but they're really good. Portland's.
They're bad.
They really are, aren't they?
It's just, I don't know. It's nothing.
City of what the fuck does that say? Hold on. City of Roses, I guess.
They're bad.
All right.
They're just.
So
for the for what Portland has done in
I
the
love
past,
the font of the way that it looks like the old Drexler's uniforms
Yeah.
with like the way that the
yeah. But it's just for Portland, this just feels weak.
It's
They're boring.
they're boring, but
And it's red and black, my favorite colors, and this shit's boring.
it's boring. Honestly, my biggest problem is Portland. I get it. Like we have Motor City and this and that, whatever. And I get that Rip City has significance to them. You have been overdoing Rip City for far too fucking long.
It's the same thing.
Hang up the fucking Rip City and stop putting it on jerseys, for Christ. I know it's probably because I'm not a fan of the team necessarily. I'm not from Portland and all that, so you probably fucking love it every year, and you'd be pissed if they got rid of it for a single year.
Right.
But for Christ, it's time to put these in the closet for a little bit and just hang up the Rip City and bring it back later.
Right.
It was literally, the announcer said it like one time in the 70s when most of you weren't even fucking around. So it's just like, what are we even talking about with the Rip City anymore? It's like... with the Detroit basketball, he still does that. Like, that's still, like, a thing actively with the Pistons.
Right.
But, like, 200 years from now, if he's, you know, like, if they're not replaying it,
that's
like,
always
in the
gonna
stadium.
be part of our thing, but we're still trying to make a different brand with 313 and stuff like that.
Well,
you
what
know
I mean is, like, 200 years from now when he's not around and when, like, maybe if the fans have moved on to something else and stuff like that, it just kind of would be weird to still kind of be doing it if we sort of moved on. It's just weird. It's like, what are we doing? These are certainly in bad.
Yeah, they're bad. I just expected more. I did.
Yeah, especially because the red ones that they had a few years ago, maybe even last year, are fucking perfect.
Yeah, there's
They're
some teams
gorgeous.
on here that threw some haymakers. So the fact that this team played it so safe, especially when the Nike founders from Oregon, oh my god, dog shit.
So I'm biased on this because I hate the color purple in a lot of ways. And I think that purple and black particularly is hideous.
Well,
And
there's things about this that look so dope, but like it's
the
just...
jersey is kind of amazing, but then the shorts ruin it. But like, so, and here's the thing. I, for the life of me, cannot get over how hilarious Ballsack Town is. Just the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen. I get it, you're Sacramento, but Sacktown is the worst nickname ever. Stop it.
Let's put it...
They're bad.
Listen, I think the jersey's so good that it's
so good.
It brings it up to bad for me.
Yeah, if
But
you just
like-
put Kings with that same font, God tier.
Let's just put it in bad.
Yeah, Kings. Now, what's funny is that there's two teams in a similar area that both do the purple and black, and I hate it. The LA Kings and the Sacramento Kings. Mm-hmm. Both Kings do this shit, and I fucking hate it.
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah.
And Sacktown, stop it. God. Oh, these, I'm going to let you go first.
They're okay.
I think they're so close to God tier. I think they're really close.
I'll bump them in great. There is a lot to like here. I'd go to God tier great.
I think the biggest thing for me is that I wish that the word Spurs wasn't just black and silver. I get that that's kind of the point because it's mixing the old and the new.
Yeah.
But I don't love that a little bit. It's a little too white.
I'm gonna
I
try
would almost
something
kind of want
different
some
on
of
this
that.
jersey. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What tier are they? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Great.
There you go.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Trust
I
your gut.
almost wanted to say okay, but I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go great. What are these? The Spurs.
Yeah. Trust your gut.
Yeah. I think it'd be harsh to put them any lower because they are really cool, but
Yeah.
And I love these colors.
Yeah. I just think execution-wise, it doesn't come together perfectly, but
Can we talk about God tier, please? Do you not agree? No! I'm heartbroken. I'm crestfallen. I am crestfallen. No! Sean!
I was gonna say dog shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? These are maybe the best ones on the entire league. Are you crazy? These are incredible.
Listen, to me, I've never liked when the Raptors have done anything gold related. The other thing is that they just because listen, man, there's really only one jersey you pull out this logo with. It's the purple. Listen, Robert, I'm gonna give this one to you. I'm gonna Robert, I'm gonna let you rank this one. There's just, to me, there are elements of this that are incredible. I just don't like the color gold. That's just me. So therefore, with those reasons alone, I'm gonna let you rank it.
What the hell does it say? Welcome to... No, what does that say? Oh, it does say welcome Toronto. Okay, I was trying to read what it says down below. Okay, so my only bugaboos with this jersey is that the Raptor itself is wearing the fucking horrendous F-tier dog shit jerseys that they've been wearing for years with the stupid fucking arrow that says North. And there is absolutely no phrase that gets me as aggravated and as heated as We the North. Fucking hate it. It's cringe as fuck. I hate it. Stop using We the North. I hate it. But I just love the black and gold. I love that it's the best version of their current unis because ever since they got away from the Raptor, every single jersey they've ever had since removing the Raptor is dog shit.
It's just to
and
me,
when they did the black and gold version a few years ago, it was amazing, but it was missing the Raptor.
But when you compare this to the other jerseys with the Raptor, though, that's my thing. So I
even then I love it.
I would go with great or okay.
Here's the way. Especially is that the purple I think sometimes can be a little bit childish, and I think that it's a little dated. I think that this brings it up to being still cool in the streets like today.
Yeah.
Like the gold and the black is sick. I wish the Sun Leaf was actually the owl logo that Drake has or whatever. That would have made these even more god tier. But yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna put them down in great, but they belong in above god tier.
All right.
So,
for me, you're putting them in great.
Yeah, for you, I'm gonna move them down, but I would feel very strongly about putting them anything below great because these are fucking incredible, and I will most likely own this jersey.
I'll concede with that. Fair enough.
Although, who the hell is even on the team anymore? I would get a Lowry, but he's not even on the team anymore.
Scotty Barnes is cool. Their new rookie.
Who? Anyway.
He's really good.
I don't care. Dog shit.
Dog shit because do something new. Like they don't even deserve.
These weren't good to begin with, by the way. I've hated these since they made them.
Listen. Compared to like what other jerseys have been made, and also like with the catalog they have too.
You have the greatest '90s jersey possible, maybe with the goddamn mountain.
Yeah,
which needs to come back permanently because I hate their colors of green and yellow. Fuck.
Yeah, these are dog shit.
And the last one, the Washington Wizards. I'm so sorry.
These are okay.
They're borderline dog shit. I gotta be real.
I'll go with bad.
Bad. Yeah,
they're bad.
I hate the stripes. They look like an old swimsuit from like the 30s. Like this looks like Popeye the Sailor Man's going swimming. And
we're down by 35. Anyway,
that ain't good. There's absolutely nothing good about the Washington Wizards in general. Their history is kind of dog shit. The Bullets was a shitty name. I kind of actually low-key kind of liked their old jerseys that had like the weird wizard on it that was streaking across. I thought that those were kind of sick. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the Wizards.
These are bad.
It's whatever. How do you have as cool of a name as the Wizards and somehow have the worst uniforms and legacy of like any team?
Because they're the Wizards.
Like it just doesn't. It's magical how shitty they are.
Yeah, for me, their golden years are when they had Michael Jordan coming out of retirement. So there's really nothing to speak of here. But
so you'll see it up here. But at the end of the day, this is what we have, Sean.
All right, I'm ready.
Where do you want, god tier or dog shit?
Let's start from the top. Let's honor the top and let's go. Let's work our way down.
In god tier, your Atlanta Hawks, the Chicago Bulls, the Detroit Basketball Pistons, the Clippers, and the Wolves.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, I like that. In great, we have the Nets. We have Denver. We have Houston, the Knicks, the Spurs, and the Raptors. All in
comfortable
great.
with that.
Yeah, I think that's a decent great list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have the Celtics, the Hornets, the Cavs, the Warriors, the Pacers, Memphis, Philly, and the Suns.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yep. In bad, we've got the Dallas, the Lakers, the Magic, Portland, and the Kings.
Dallas is too high, but I'm good with it.
They're not high enough. And dog shit, we have the Bucks, the Pelicans, OKC, Utah, the Wizards, and for Christ, the Miami Heat.
I think this is as good of a list as you and I could have made together.
Absolutely, I agree.
I think we conceded as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, I think we were fair with each other. I think that you're dead wrong about the Dallas ones, but that's okay. That's okay. You're entitled to be wrong. You have the constitutional right to be a dumbass. Oh, and same about the Raptors too.
And you know what? You have a lot of opinions that we don't have to get into right now.
We have a lot of differing things, but that's what makes it great.
Well, also we're so strikingly similar
and
different
so
at the same
polar
time.
opposite.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It really is kind of weird, but you know what? That's a good list. I'm happy with it, and I think And you know what? I think I'm pretty happy. This was a great episode.
I agree. I thought this was a lot of fun, and I am especially excited because I'm really, really, really excited to see how it looks with the green screen because we've done nothing too cool with it so far because we've been just trying to get the podcast to be stable.
This feels like the first one where it like actually went pretty well.
And it finally came together. It's a real episode. It feels good. And I'm happy. I'm super happy to see new jerseys because God, do I love jerseys. That.
This is the best that they've done by far as far as city editions.
Nike, yeah.
And I'm excited to see because these aren't our final jerseys. We still have the earned jerseys that'll come later in the year.
Although that's only for teams that made the playoffs. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Okay.
That's for the teams that made the playoffs. So we won't see any more for the Pistons. We won't see any more for like teams like that. But the earned jerseys are always pretty fun too. So I'm excited to see what comes out of those.
I'm excited to see the earned ones next year for the Bulls. Yeah. That's gonna be cool.
Yep. For sure. But
I'm happy with this, and as you know, I own an unbelievable amount of jerseys, and also I have probably the strongest opinions of anyone you've ever met when it comes to uniforms.
Yeah. When we get to the actual nitty gritty of the sport, Robert will be like, yeah. Okay. But like, what's jerseys? All right, so look closely at the patch. As you can tell by the font, like
the stitching. God damn it.
Yeah, like Robert has very little thoughts about the rotation of the Brookland Nets, but the way that little piece of the N hangs off on the logo, he's got thoughts
Deal breaker.
all day. Yeah, 100%.
I forget what the hell was I just gonna bring up. I was gonna bring up our text conversation the other day. The Pistons were playing who? They were playing the
Magic the other day.
Was it the Magic game?
Well, we were playing the Nets.
When were they wearing the gray jerseys and the other team had blue? Was that the Magic?
No, thank you. Oh no, that was the 76ers.
That was the Sixers.
Yeah.
I flipped on the game and I fucking saw the gray versus the all blue and I turned it off. So Sean knows this. I'm a psychopath when it comes to this. I refuse to watch a game in which a team is wearing a full color jersey and the other team is also wearing a full color jersey.
This man will genuinely not let me. Like, here's the thing. Yes. Every time we play a game of 2K against each other, he always picks whichever jersey he likes. And whether it's a white jersey, whether it's a color jersey, I always have to go with the inverted opposite. So, like, he will normally
One person must wear white.
Yep, that's the rule. So I never get to pick fun jerseys. I always get to wear the white jersey. So
in fairness, when we play in the future, I have thought about that where I'm like, okay, I'll pick after you probably more often than not because I can always find something I like, and so it's whatever. But
I like that you think you can do that.
Well, listen. It's the thing of I can't, and even in baseball, like. When the team shows up, the opposing team, and they've got the road grays, for Christ, I hate the baseball teams that wear like their alternate where they've got like the Cleveland Indians will wear like the all red jersey.
Mean the Cleveland Guardians?
The Guardians. They'll wear their all red tops or something, and then the other team's got gray.
Right.
Stop it. Just stop it. Get some help. All right, one fucking team better be wearing white, and then the other team can wear color, gray, black. I don't give a shit. But you can't both be wearing white, and you both can't fucking be wearing colors. It's just as simple as that. I don't even care if it's opposing colors where one's goddamn blue and the other one's red. Fuck you. You can't do it. I hate it. I won't watch it. I literally turned off the game. That's all I gotta say, though.
Hey, you know what? I think it's a great place to call it good, Rob.
I think that enough people think I need therapy, but
we'll give them more reasons next week.
That's right. All right, you guys, we love you to death. Subscribe, you fucks, and tweet him, not me, because I won't reply. I probably won't even see it because Twitter's not a real place. And Sean,
be sure to subscribe.
Sean maybe needs to use Twitter a little less, but that's okay. It's fine. Tweet him, not me.
I don't use it enough.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.